Hi, second grade. Welcome back. Today we're doing writing lesson 8. Remember, expectations are the same as always. If you see this, you're getting a pencil and paper and writing it down with me. If you see this, you're listening and participating. And if you see this, it means you're going to have to do something on Google Classroom and most likely on Google Forms. Okay, we're going to focus on our first objective for this first video. So my objective is scholars will be able to interpret questions. So this is just like what we were doing yesterday. You're thinking about the question and you're going to focus in on that question word to figure out what you need to plan for your answer. This one is new. This isn't on our chart. We're going to go over it. So how many times a year do you visit a family member? To plan my answer, I'm thinking of a number of times. I want you to focus on that question word of how many times. So a lot of you might say how and think, oh my gosh, it has to be across a certain way. But that doesn't make sense. If you're talking about how many times you're visiting, you have to give a certain number of times. Do you see your family member once a week? Or maybe you're talking about a cousin who lives far away. Maybe you only see them 5 or 6 times a year. So you have to think about the number of times. So if your answer had the number of times in it, you would have the correct answer. So for the next one, we're going to do it together. This is more familiar for us. I want you to read the question in your head. When do you wake up in the morning? So I want you guys to find the question word. What's the question word? Everybody should be saying when. So if I have a when question, what am I looking for in my answer? Everybody should be saying a time. Yeah, if you have a when question, you're looking at the time. So if you have a time in your answer, you're going to be correct. The other thing that I want to focus on is the keywords in the question. When do you wake up in the morning? We're talking about waking up. If we were to say, for this question, I go to bed at 5 p.m. I have a time, but I'm not answering the question. I need to focus on when you wake up in the morning. So you need to focus on a time that's in the morning that you're waking up at. Remember, if you have any tricky, you need help, you think it's kind of tricky, remember that you can always find the question word and use this chart as a reference to help you figure out what you need in your plan. We're going to do another one together. Why do you think it's important to recycle? Think about the question word. Find what you need in your answer. Once you have your answer, you're going to go to the Google form and you're going to write your name, if you haven't already, and you're going to scroll down and you're going to tell me, to plan my question, why do you think it's important to recycle? I am looking for, you're going to select your answer, and when you're done, you're going to move on to the next video, and then you guys have mastered Objective 1, interpreting the questions.